Let's add another one to the collection. Last year, when I made this little shrug from a Patrones magazine from the 80s, I was asked to make if I could recreate it by myself without a pattern, so everyone could do it at home. So let's do that. It's not the first time I make one of these. This one I made at the beginning of the channel, and I love it because it's a tweed, really nice, and I used the selvage edge on all the front, and then I hemmed it with some bias tape, which looks really nice. And the same with this one. I hemmed it all around with some, not tape, but ribbon, and it looks really pretty as well. So I'll be doing the same with this fabric that goes really well with the blouse I made the other day. So let's start. And because I want everyone to feel able to do it, I'm going to do it really easy, following a t-shirt I have. Sleeves might be a bit scary at the beginning, so this is going to be quite simple. And it's not cloning because we're not doing the same exact garment, but we are basing ourselves on this. So it's going to be quite easy and yeah, easy to follow. So if you like this kind of content, consider subscribing and sharing with someone who might enjoy it as well, so everyone can sew. We're going straight to business here, and you have to take into account how tight or how the garment you're going to use fits you, because from that you have to decide how much ease you want to leave and how loose you want it. So I know this t-shirt is tight on me, so I'm going to leave it 5 centimeters on each side, plus the seam allowance. And I'm going to trace both front and back at the same time, because then the front I'm going to cut and round the edges so it looks nicer. So I'm going to trace all around it, leaving the 5 centimeters on the side that I think are good. And then I'm going to reach just to the waistline because it's where I wanted it to be. And I know this t-shirt has a peplum which only gets there to the waistline, so that's ideal. Of course, you can trace this first on a paper and then cut it on the fabric, but don't be afraid, it won't turn out bad. With my panels cut, I'm going to start by softening the front and sewing it to the back, then closing the sleeves so I can sew them to the bodice and add ribbon to hem. And now for the front, I'm going to fold it in half and cut it and then round the edges. I'm going to round the neckline and then of course soften the bottom hemline, and you can use a plate, a bow, a vase, something, anything you like. And for the sleeve, same process. We're going to fold our fabric, and that little fold is going to be the length of our sleeve. So we're going to place the sleeve, our t-shirt, there. And then the inside is where it's going to have the seam allowance and the ease. So you're going to leave the centimeters you want over there on the inside. And then we're going to try to do our best just to trace around the t-shirt, moving it so the sleeve doesn't. And once the sleeve is closed, I can zigzag stitch it just in case, and then hem it, because I've already measured it, it's going to fit properly, so I can finish it already. And with the sleeves done, I can easily pin it to the armhole area. I'm going to join the two side seams, the sleeves one and the side seam from the bodice, and then start putting it in place and pinning it so it matches. I always place the bodice wrong size out, so I can put the sleeve, which is right size out, inside and start pinning what is the wrong side. And that way I can see what the half of the top of the sleeve is and pin it right in place. And to hem it, you can always do a double hem, folding twice, but the problem is that you have all this curved front and you will need to gather it, not to gather it, to baste it, so you can gather it a little so it pleats. But not so it pleats, so it folds. But I'm going to do it with the method I did with this one, which is with some ribbon. I have a brown ribbon here. The fabric is like a maroon color, so it works fine. So I'm going to sew it all along the edge of the whole shrug, and then I will be able to pull it in. And of course, between seams, we are going to press them. It's really important, especially for this, so the ribbon flattens on the seam. Monísimo. Estupendo. I love how simple this project is and how nice it looks. It has really nice finishes with the ribbon all the way around the hem, and it's really nice to have something on a summer evening. I'm always cold, so I wouldn't be like this without any sleeves. In summer, even here in the Canary Islands, sometimes you need something to give you this bit of cover, so a bit of coverage. Let me know then in the comments what you thought, what's your favorite thing of the project, and consider subscribing if you're new around here, and share it with someone who might enjoy it as well. And I leave you here a link to all the jackets I've made, and I'll see you on Thursday. Bye!